Apparently, the only way to get an actual ending... Shut your fucking mouth, bitch. The only way to get an ending is to go down the red path, not the green path, because the green path takes 3 hours and apparently doesn't give you an ending. It gives you the fuck you, I'm a piece of shit, and I don't know how to make a game ending. So instead you gotta go down the fucking red path so that you can hear all this shit again and get an actual fucking ending, a showdown with the fucking wizard or whatever it turns out to be.
Is it just a myth that there is any such thing as happily ever?
I've got to go in an hour. But until that hour arrives, we will fucking continue on. I'm getting beaten by a fucking walking simulator. Of all the games in the world to get beaten by, this piece of shit is not going to be the first fucking game to beat me. I ain't having that. I ain't no bitch. I ain't no pussy. I ain't getting beaten by a fucking walking simulator. So we'll play your other shit path, and if the ending isn't fucking good, I'm going to hunt you down and hurt you over a long period of time with a very small, sharp blade.
Memories or dreams. Sometimes it is impossible to tell the difference.
Right, fucking red path. We already know about auto walk.
In my dreams, a mysterious wizard came to me. He spoke in a foreign voice.
Mysterious wizard was a fucking cunt, mate.
Sounds that formed a single word. In that word was a message that I understood. He said that I had been chosen, and at the same time, cursed. Lula, he said, because of your gifts of both endurance and vision, you have been chosen to retrieve the sacred relic.
You know what, I better do a quick tweet. Oh, my apologies, chat. I had to do a quick tweet. And then I accidentally closed the window with the chat. Fucking hell, this is terrible. We're just gonna walk this way.
So make haste, child. Do not tarry. Though the path is long, it is the shortest. Though the path is not easy, it is simple.
Flamington, if they were both the same ending telling you to try the other path, I would absolutely lose my shit.
But you will soon have an important choice that only you can make. And that choice will make all the difference.
I'm assuming that since we caved into atheism and nihilism and lost all hope of salvation for the human race or whatever the fuck happened, on the blue path, the red path will have slightly interesting, more like different interesting stuff to listen to. I should play Journey again. I haven't played Journey for ages.
Since the genie disappeared. Before then, we had the freedom to choose our own paths in life. But now they are decreed by the shamans when we come of age. There are hunters and fishers, collectors and keepers, weavers and walkers.
We know all this. We've already listened to this.
Only one path has ever been chosen for each person. Until me. The shamans decreed that I am both weaver and walker.
Yep, I know. I know that. I know. Heard it all before. Again, Journey. Excellent example of a walking simulator. It's sort of a walking simulator. Mostly. Kind of. A bit.
God
damn it. I don't have the words.
They are also weavers of words. Poets and storytellers. They keep the history of our people and weave their words into
I know all about that. I know all about it.
Walkers are the wanderers and
All
wanderers,
about it.
the
Yep.
dreamers and askers of questions. They are the seekers of whatever light they may find to illuminate the darkest corners of hearts and minds. Of all that have walked away from the village, none have returned.
Ooh, no shit. It's because they get sent to a fucking mountain. And then when they get to that mountain, they are told that they went the wrong way up the mountain and they need to piss off and go somewhere else. And people wonder. They wonder, oh, why did the walker never come back? Well, that's because the people who look after the walkers are colossal arseholes. That's why that is. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Right, we're going the red path. The red path's that way. We're not going the green path, we're going the red path. This green path is bad path. You go the green path and you go the wrong way. Oh, you fell into despair. Blah, blah, blah. You fucking jerk game. Right. Off we go down the red path. I'm pretty far down the fucking red path right now. I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty far down the red path because I want to butcher someone. I want to commit severe murders. Proper, full-on murders. That's the path I'm on. The eightfold path has called to me. And the strongest of those paths is the red path, and I'm really far down that. It's hard not to be down that right now. We got shafted. Like I can barely believe. Can we have the sprint back now? I know. I know, game. I know. I've already played you for 3 hours. You bag of bollocks. Now, I too want to know what kind of person actually likes this kind of thing and is totally serious about it. There can't be many. Surely the only people who are totally serious about it are the people who made it. Surely no one else could be. I mean, look at it. The pretension levels are off the fucking charts. They are unbelievable. Are we going to get more interesting stuff straight away? Like, are we going to start to see hoovers really, really soon? I mean, already the scenery looks.
This left path feels right.
So when it said like an hour into the right path, should I have gone left? What it meant was, at the start of the game, should I have gone left? That was the hint. It didn't mean should I have gone left at this bit that I'm standing on right now. No, it meant should I have gone left an hour ago. I mean, that's not the best hint to get someone to go the other way. Because I assumed it meant, oh, I should have turned left on this bit of path that I'm currently on. Not I should have gone left fucking an hour in the past. How am I supposed to know that? Am I supposed to know it means that? I know this game seems to be all about vagary and nonsense, but really? Yeah, it turns out shouldn't have gone this way at all. At any point. And then later on, where it's like, am I going the right way? Again, what it actually means is, have I been going the wrong way for the entirety of playing this game? Not am I going the wrong way from the last break in the path. No. No. It doesn't mean that. No, it means, am I going the wrong way just in the game in general? But of course it doesn't tell you that. No, why would it do that? That doesn't fit in with the artistic vision. The artistic vision of utter wankery. I just don't. Why? Why? I feel crushed. Mentally and physically crushed. It's like a big fat lad is sitting on my chest. And I just got my mobile phone bill. Fuck you, EE. I'm not in the mood for your bullshit. I've got enough bullshit to deal with right here. Is there anything in there? No, it's just flowers. I bet you any money, we're not going to see shit like that ruined town. We're going to see hardly any houses. We're not going to see any of that shit text around the place. We're not going to see any of that. It's just going to be a normal walk.
The shortest path is the longest.
Better not be.
And how the stars came down like tears from the
Did they?
night. As if the sky itself were racked by her sorrows, seized in the rictus of the dead. Their coronal pallor, lily cold, white as whales, convalescing 10,000 feet too deep.
Whales
Is
aren't
it
white.
horror or
Whales aren't
beauty
white.
they feel?
Whales
Or
are fucking
are
grey.
they the same things?
Pretty much all whales are grey. They're
Is
all
it simply
fucking
the
grey.
end
They're not
of
white.
feeling?
What are you talking about?
Perhaps mercifully. Perhaps
Albino whales, yeah.
tragically.
Normal whales, not so much. They're not fucking white, are they? Go to Google, image search whale, see if you can find a fucking white whale. And I'm not talking any of this killer whale bullshit, because they're dolphins. They ain't whales. They're not actually whales, they're part of the dolphin family. Dolphins ain't whales. You go and find me fucking pictures showing that all whales are white, and I'll let you have that. But you can't, so piss off.
I have been there to
Fucking
hold the
white
dying
whales, my
when
arse.
the shamans pressed a finger
Ooh,
to
too
their
spooky.
mouths and whispered them away.
Hang on.
We each imagined something different for them.
Sorry, love, I'm going to cut you off there. I'm going to cut you off there because I think it's time for a bit of gothic action in the middle of the thingy, in the middle of the graveyard. Anyway. Forth we go. So straight away on the red path, you get a bit of morbid shit. A couple of statues apparently taken from World of Warcraft again. Right, mates. Right, mate. Knock knock. Anyone in? No? Okay. More of them. Oh, there's a little gap. No, it's just a bush. I thought there was a gap under the door of that one. We could have snuck in. Maybe had a cup of tea. Good grief. This is the least efficient graveyard I've ever seen. Firstly, it's been built on a hill. Don't know why you do that. Makes it very difficult to actually dig the graves out. And, secondly, really spread out with not a very good use of space, let's be honest. I mean, you could have fit all of these graves next to each other in neat rows, but instead
Then
they're
the
just
universe held
slapped
its
down
breath,
haphazardly.
as if the gods themselves
Poor
were
planning,
waiting
poor
for a
planning, poor
sign.
judgment.
A sign in their long slumber to wake them from dreams.
Look,
The shamans
look,
say
it's
that
open.
the gods fell asleep long
It's open.
ago, before
Truly,
the time of
Easter is upon us, for he has risen.
Stars in the darkness. In their sleep, they dream.
Oh no, sorry, he hasn't risen. We're atheists, aren't we? We're atheists. Sorry. He hasn't risen. He doesn't exist. Not real.
I wonder if it's true. And if so, what happens when they wake?
Are we still not out of this graveyard? Come on. It's not really a graveyard, is it? It's a load of just graves randomly thrown about the place. Would you like him to be buried next to your mother? No, just stick him over there somewhere. Whatever. Are you sure you don't want them to be buried together? No, just, just stick him over there somewhere, it's fine.
I wonder what I will find at the top of the mountain of fire.
Hopefully a better ending than the one you find if you went the other path.
I've only heard of the Genie in stories and have never seen it myself. I feel awe.
When is the dialogue going to branch out? Are we going to have the same dialogue? Because that's going to be really shit.
Can there be reverence without fear? Awe without mystery?
This game's so shit that guy broke out of his casket and walked away.
The notions we feel. Often we prefer to dwell in the dreams of the heart than in the truth of the mind. The Genie has power. This much I know.
The dreams of the heart, or the salt of the mind. Salt of the mind? I don't know why I said the salt of the mind. I don't know why I said that. The salt of the mind. Okay. Well, maybe I'm pretty fucking salty.
I would definitely choose the right path if I had another chance.
Fuck you, game. Fuck off. Yeah, well, you don't have another chance, do you? So you're going to have to sit here and go down the fucking left path whether you like it or not.
Though I was only a girl of 8 when she walked away from the village and me forever.
I don't blame her.
That day
You insufferable bin.
When she came of age, the shamans had decreed that she was a walker. But this brought her great sorrow because she was certain she was a weaver. She felt cursed. She longed for the return of the Genie so she could decide her own
Or just
path.
tell the shamans, not shaman, to go fuck themselves and do what you like. Just a thought. Just a thought. Just a thought. Gothic vision. Just throwing that in there. Still doesn't do anything, this, does it? It still doesn't do anything. It's called Gothic Vision and it doesn't do anything. I mean, why call it Gothic Vision as well? What does that even mean? Okay, so gameplay-wise, pretty similar to the right path so far. Shocking, I'm sure you'll all agree. I never actually said why I needed to go it for, did I? Yeah, my shopping's being delivered then. We shop online now because we're classy. No, it's because we got a fucking kid. I ain't pushing a 12-week-old around Tesco. Christ.
The day she left
I
was
would
a cold
spare
and rainy
people
autumn
from the
day,
screams.
before the tall grasses had been harvested. I saw her in her sky blue summer dress, long hair.
That's not sky blue.
Black as the night, wade far out into the
Yeah,
field
maybe it's an
and then
overcast sky.
She
Need to be more
gazed
specific.
upwards into the sky as the wind made her distant figure look like a broken patch of summer sky, fall into the ground and battered by the breeze. She clutched herself with her arms, and I felt her sadness. I ran to her as fast as I could.
But then she was dead. And she became the demon. And then I was like, but who was phone? Or something. I'm not really down with those memes. It does so far seem to be the same garbage that was being told to me on the other path, which is a bit disappointing. I was hoping for some variation in the pathetic bollocks that I was being fed. But apparently not. Apparently it's all the same. Doesn't matter what path you take, it's all the same. All the same shit. Shitty, shitty, shitty. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, past the tree.
When
Thrilling.
I finally
Is that
got
a
to
telegraph?
her
Oh, no,
side,
it's a tree.
I stopped and reached to take her hand. She felt my touch and pulled away, looking down down at me with those pale grey eyes. Even washed in rain,
Sorry,
I could
please
tell
blow my
she
nose.
was crying. Her eyes seemed to look through me.
Oh,
What
hey,
if
that's
it
the,
rained only once in a lifetime?
is that
And
the
you
thing we
missed
could
it?
see from,
She asked.
like,
Of
up
me
there
or
somewhere?
anyone, I couldn't tell. She turned her gaze to the distant
Or is it
horizon
just
and
that
whispered,
asset has been used multiple times?
"What is life, if not the longest goodbye?" And she walked away.
Once again, don't blame her. You are an incredibly annoying person. No one wants to know you. That's probably why you had no friends. Hey, do you want to go around the Potter's house to see what he's working on? But the summer did not languish in lucidity of its pallid display. Rather, it flourished in the roots of its sallow opening. And then I knew that while the day was short, the infinity was finite in its existence.
Candlelit walls, a stranger in her own body. I see her weeping somewhere in the dark corners of our cottage. It pains my father, but she couldn't heal his wounds. She was gone. He woke, the dust still moist with her tears.
What?
How she wept, and everything in my world was shattered. I hear her and feel like painting. Instead, I run. I run through the rain until it feels like pieces of glass on my skin. I run to the shoreline and fall among the ruins, where the sand meets the water, meets the sky.
That's a little bit different. I feel like that's a different one to what we had before. I feel like it's gone pretty dark pretty quick. Sort of did there. Made it dark with the gothic, but yeah, I feel like it's a little bit different. Still fucking terrible, but it's different. I'll give it that. I thought there was something interesting there, but there wasn't. Hey, hup, hey. So we could see the that statue woman through there, which is more than we could see going on the other path. Oh, there's a path over there. Question is that a red path or a yellow path?
Because she speaks sometimes
I'm gonna have a look.
when
Hang on.
she sleeps.
We might be able to skip a bit
Entire
here.
worlds in strange articulations that sound out the heart in
Yep.
more uncommon clarity than my most awkwardly acrobatic
Yeah, fuck going that way.
didactics. Because she sleeps.
I've got your
sometimes when
fucking
she
number
dreams,
game.
entire
I've got your
worlds
fucking number,
with
mate.
certain gesticulations,
I know how
her
to
hand
skip your
seemingly
shit.
demonstrating a moth stricken by her charmingly unconventional inventions. Because she dreams, sometimes when she speaks, entire worlds, unintentionally expressing, in one simple sound, why anyone, anywhere, ever.
Who knows? One of the great mysteries. This is this could be better in terms of story and what's going on, but sadly I have completely stopped listening at this point. Like, even more so than I was before. Now it's just washing over me like the drivel of Drizzlepath. I don't know why I walked over that basket. And we can skip a little bit here, just go through here. Oh, you dirty bastards. Walled it off. We haven't seen any funky text so far, which is disappointing. I was kind of hoping for some funky text. But, you know, you win some, you lose some.
For 10 long winters, I've pondered her questions.
Is
Is life just a long goodbye?
No.
A brief, bright spark of imperfection disturbing the twin expanses of otherwise perfect, infinite nothing? Maybe. That's why the shamans deemed her a walker and not a weaver. She had no answers, only questions. Questions that can only be answered by walking on the path. A journey to find some mystery to fill the cracked vessel of her heart.
Oh my
A
god.
journey to find the genie.
I better put on the emo filter. See, I've got the hang of this now. I'm cutting out vast swathes of the path. So he wants to go all the way over there. We're not going to go all the way over there. We're going to go over here. And there you have it. Skippity-doo-dah. So we've got glowy. We've got glowies. Yeah, we've got glowies. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I like to see glowies. Right, back onto the path. Well, back onto the bits of path that we fancy going on. We'll just avoid the rest of it. Get out of my way, tree. I'm a man on a mission. I'm a man on a mission. I think I can cut that bit out there. Well, maybe it's not worth it. Yeah, it's not worth it for that bit. I'm speed running fucking Drizzlepath Genie. Not out of any desire to do so, more out of necessity than anything else. God, it's getting warm in here. I can tell you what. I put my fan on, but it would wreck the sound.
But what is the genie? How could it make a difference in the freedom to choose our own paths in life? What power did it hold? And who made it? I could only hope that these questions and more would be answered when I found the genie. I daydreamed about what it would look like. I do not know how far I have yet to travel, or if ever I will find it. I worry that I have chosen the wrong path, but there is no turning back now.
No, there isn't, and you haven't, because we've already done the other path, and the other path was terrible. Really terrible. Really long. Really terrible. Much like this game as a whole. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Walk faster, walk faster. Oh, shit, we've got text. I don't know how I saw that. Oh my god. Eyesight elite. Right, what's this bit of bollocks got to say then? I'm the sound of your rotted, rusting brain, elusive companion from her nightmares. Okay, so that's exactly the same as before. Great. 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 Exactly the same. Literally exactly the same. Can we skip a bit here? Let's have a... Wow, not much skipping there. Oh, we can skip that bit. Sort of. Just go as the crow flies.
As a young girl, my best friend was Rofesso, cobbler's son. He had no interest whatsoever in shoes or the making of them. We would meet in the blue fields, throw off our shoes and run. We ran until dusk and returned home only for supper, with feet filthy, our shoes lost. As we grew, our friendship also grew into affection and ultimately a deep, abiding love.
Did she talk about this the first time? I can't
That
remember.
knows you are only half of a whole.
I can't remember whether we had that story in the first path or not. We might have done. Oh, can we skip a little bit here? Sort of. We can sort of skip it. Oh, no, we can't skip that. We've got to jump over it. Man, they brought on the jumping puzzle really quick there.
Let's jump across the gap.
Good grief. Bringing them gameplay elements in nice and early on the second path, or the first path, whatever the fuck you want to call it, the red path. Look at that. Fucking flawless. Flawless. You've never seen someone do a jumping puzzle as easy as that.
Rofesso would often take to sitting and staring into the faraway distance. There was a longing in his eyes, and I could feel sadness in him. I would take his hand and sit for hours in silence. On one such occasion, as we watched the sun setting, the late summer breeze in our hair, he looked at me and kissed me on the forehead. He said, "I have to go." My heart collapsed in my chest.
Oh, did it? That's unfortunate for everyone, isn't it? Sure, it was the heart. Maybe it was the lung. You know, you can get a collapsed lung. It can just collapse. Fucking scary that is. Your heart just goes like deflates, and then it can't inflate again. It's always got to have a little bit of like a little bit of air in it to re-inflate. Sometimes it can just capitulate and just go like a. If you like, get like a balloon that hasn't had any air in it, like that. Your lung just goes. I knew a guy in school who was walking home one day, and he was just walking along, and suddenly he got like a severe pain in his chest, and it was really bad. And it's because his lung collapsed. One of his lungs just fucking collapsed, and they had to stick something in it and inflate it again. Bad times. Bad times if your lung collapses. Yeah, it's crazy when you get a collapsed lung. It can just happen. I used to think it was like only in accidents, like someone in a car accident or something, maybe get punctured or something, but no, it just does it. It just goes, and that's it. The fuck?
Unable to stifle the tears, all I could say was, "I know." As he rose to depart into the great unknown, I asked, "Aren't you afraid of being alone?" "Yes," he said. "My fear is great that I may never see you again. But the fear of living an empty and meaningless life is far greater. Forgive me, Lula." He turned and began to walk away from me. I said, "I will watch you until I can't see you anymore." And I did.
Right. Well, interesting. Yeah, we can skip that bit. That's all right. So the story for the red path is just depressing all the way through. There's no hope at the start. It's just, oh, my mum walked off, and then my boyfriend walked off, and my dad's dead or something. Oh, when Drunk Souls 3 comes out, fuck you know. When Dark Souls 3 comes out, I'm gonna stream that, but I'm gonna do Drunk Souls.
Soft gestures do not add up to your silence. And
Take a
your
drink every time you die.
absence, which now
I'm not gonna do
blankets
shots. I'm just gonna take a drink,
Such
because if
funny
I do that,
sounds you
I
made as
will
we
actually
lay
die in
our
real
cards
life.
across. You put a flower in my hair and marveled at
But we make it
your
like a chat-wide
I
drinking
suffered
game.
sweetly your platitudes, and
Every
knew
time
you would be
there's a
forever
death, everyone
unmoved
takes a
by
drink.
me. Forever, you whispered, your breath brushing my lips. I was there, undone in fistfuls of flowers.
At the end of the blue path, what happened was a low-res piece of shit stock character model from the Unreal Asset Marketplace told us that we picked the wrong path and that you should have gone down the other path, and then the game ended. That's literally what happened. I'm not making that up. See, we got to the crazy crystals a lot earlier on this path.
Alone, I tremble. I wonder if my mother came this way, with her blank brown eyes starved wide, rude pale her meager frame. I remember once she said to me, "In a perfect world, I'd make you princess of something, I suppose, and strictly forbid poems." Sweetly she sighed, but fearful to look upon, thin as cracked lips curling painfully up at the edges. I am only air swelling her gorgon mouth.
Well, we've gone straight back into surrealist nonsense there. Nice to know that we haven't left that behind. Always important to have a bit of surrealist nonsense. I'm not seeing much more in the way of that crazy floating text, but I only saw 3 bits of it in the last one. And the last path was like... I don't know, I feel like we missed a load of them. There's got to have been more, right? There's got to be more. There has to have been more crazy floating text lying around the place that we just didn't see. Because we had something about rotting brain and companion that will never speak. Something about following someone, and then something about eating a frog and a load of other shit.
I think of stairs where you padded softly, of terminal halls where you paced out the heart, in father's own hut, a wooden vault with dust and black willows scraping the walls. In your dull, empty room, an insurgent sun flickering again, fed on dry fumes. Yet something soon takes flight, and she rises sweetly again to nocturnal indigo marches.
Wow, I think it's worse. I think it's actually worse. The surrealist bullshit, I think, is worse on this path. It's taken a little while to get to it, but it's definitely worse. I didn't think it could get worse, but that was more nonsensical than stuff we've had in the past. It's almost impressive. How do you make something more nonsensical? Ah, shit. Okay, no, there we go. And yet, they've achieved it. Ooh. Oh, we got a bit of narrative music there.
Trembles the air about you. Nothing but embers, her love violet with twilight. With a turn of the neck and a tilt of the chin, she learns of stars that burn, in chaos begetting entire worlds. We learn there is no such thing as beginning and end. Would you, in your wise, wide eyes, deliver to me, in my outstretched hands, a stone? Crochet me into your sleep, weaving dreams in poetry from this darkly fraying patch.
Yep, it's definitely worse. It is definitely worse. I mean, I don't think we heard those bits in the first path. If we did, I must have, like, erased them from my mind because they were so dreadful. But that is hands down some of the most bullshitty bullshit that I've heard in this game so far. Hands down some of the most bullshit. It's amazing just how bad that was then. I'm assuming this is just that house that we saw in the first path. It's got a chandelier really low in the middle of the room. Yep. Don't care about that. Already seen it. Heard it.
Don't let it take all your life to learn you were alive, she said to me one drizzly dawn. How my blood swelled with you. In your world, you must be 1,000 feet tall, stunned by your own grandeur. Angled, mystical, not ungraceful, Colossus. You dismiss me with coolly delivered denouements. You always knew the proper place to end a poem. I feel you wringing them out, leaving the universe crippled in comparison.
Oh my god. How do you make stuff even more nonsensical? How is that possible? It's incredible. I've never come across such an ability to talk shit than in this game. That is incredible.
If you will, tear the sky and be satisfied. I never said you were beautiful, but my hands may know the texture of closed eyelids, jawline, and perhaps that cheekbone you furrowed with creaks, afraid of only age, of yawning paralytic time, and the absolute center you could forever unfind, and otherwise trusted mirrors. I cannot reach this thing inside. Instead, hope falls through your trembling fingers, confounding even the sky.
Once again, we left that take in. Don't know why we left that take in. It was not a good take. There were hesitations there that shouldn't have been there, but You know, we left it in. Could have done it again? Could have done it again, but we didn't. We didn't. We just left it how it was. Job done. Oh man, this really is taking a piss. Look how much quicker this is. What?
You taught tender.
This
while
is bullshit.
stuffing softer hearts with bitter. From where I am, sepulchral among howling stones, your autumn leaf hands I would have held, hoping to salvage a wraith-racked spirit. Will you not cry out? Will you not lay claim to these sedimentary spaces? Will you not stand and cry, this, and this is mine? This only I can fill. My tears cannot be heard in such silence.
Yep. This is absolutely crazy how much quicker this is. This is fucking stupid. At this rate, I might actually be able to finish the second path before 4. Because I've got to go at 4. I mean, we've had like 2 hours. It's been a good 2-hour stream. But still, that's mad. That is madness. There's got to be a catch. It's got to be, you know, shorter. I mean, it's got to be longer than I think it is. It's got to be. There's no way it's going to be this quick.
Done with it. You wept for your own unfulfilled sovereignty, your mourning wild with twilight. I would have held you when the floods came, gently rocking the terrors. I could have delivered you, in your ashes, from the salty wastes you consumed with fury. Bend never again to this wound. Still you bend, clutching your sides, travailing in chaos, then slowly turn and look at me and say,
I got caught.
Nothing.
Oh, hang on. What have I done there? There we go. I was looking for a... I was trying to scout for a shortcut there, and I just completely got confused. Okay, we'll shortcut this then. Yeah, there's got to be a catch. There's got to be a catch. There's no way it's this much quicker. I have difficulty believing. I don't have faith. I don't have faith in them to make it so that this path isn't this short, like as short as it appears to be. It's got to be longer than it appears to be.
Still I wander this dark world, bootless on blackthorn, adrift on an empty sea.
Oh no.
I wonder if she walked this way. By what dreams lulled? I see her slender fingers, chewed up nails and all,
There's
trying to
multiple
humbly
paths.
fit themselves around gigantic
Damn it.
teacups.
Balls.
There is something in it that makes me sad. I
Which
just
path
wish
is the
I
right
could tell
one?
you.
Shit.
I wish I could have told you.
Oh.
Maybe together
Both go the same
we
fucking
could
way.
have understood.
That renders that a bit pointless, doesn't it? I was a bit concerned there. I was a bit concerned. I was like, oh no, are we really? But it just turned out that they're both at the same place. Kind of making it pointless, really. There's no way. There is no way. There's no way. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know what to make of it. Oh, sweet. We've lit the bonfire. We'll appear here next time we
I saw
die.
a time when we gathered together in animal skins, hunched over fires in ancient caves, and murmured a millennial conversation. Under the aegis of leaf wine,
Aegis.
I gather my furs about me and stare into the flames.
Aegis, not
A torch
Aegis.
song of fire opals, languid as salamanders. A writhing nest of fire snakes, lazy
She
ribbons
fucked the
of
line up
flame.
again.
A dream within a dream, lovelier than death, more beautiful than night.
B-E-A, beautiful. Nah, it's Aegis, not Aegis. It's Aegis. This is Aegis round here. That's what I was taught in school anyway. Oh, this is yeah, it's true. AE does make E sounds because you can spell demon AE, but for some reason I was taught it was Aegis.
It seems there was something we knew then, something important, long forgotten.
Aegis sounds better than
What
Aegis as well for me.
mysteries scrawled on cave walls to speak across the great spans of time? What heavy knowledge we ignored for so long that now it is too late? Or perhaps it is nothing. Every generation thinks themselves the cleverest yet. Perhaps they are just childish doodles from a simpleton folk, unable to render accurately even what they saw with their own eyes.
I seem to remember the cave bit did go on for quite a long while. We might not get to the end of it before I've got to go. Oh, it'd be nice if we did, though. It'd be nice if we did. I don't... Oh. Game, why do this? Ah, you bastard, get up there. Come on. Come on, you bastard. Oh, shit. So this path seems to have multiple forks in it. But I don't know... Oh, we'll go this way. I was going to say I don't know which way to go, but we're going to go this way because it's got the glowies. There's also no sprint on this path. God, imagine how much longer the other path would have been without the little bit sections where you could sprint. Holy shit. Oh. If this is multiple paths, if this left path is multiple paths, and if you go right at some point you fuck up, I'll be really angry. Alright, mate. Alright then, fine. Oh, a button. More button.
There we go.
Oh, it was the same thing as the blue path, so we have to go back up here, I assume anyway. And then go right. Okay. Pretty simple, pretty standard. I'm an expert at this game now, so... Yeah, what about the pregnant goblin? We never saw him in the end. At this point, I have no clue at all how I'm supposed to make this into a usable video for the YouTube channel. I genuinely have no idea. I've got no fucking idea whatsoever. I just don't know how I'm supposed to make it into a watchable video. I've got like 5 hours of footage for this shit. No. 2 hours? No, not 2 hours. Maybe 4 hours? 4 hours 40? Something like that? I've got something like that. It's something crazy. It's over 4 hours, I know that. But what am I supposed to do with all that? It's going to take me a fucking week to edit that shit. Yeah, well, I'm glad we didn't come down here and have to go back down. That's good.
I dreamed I was entombed, and Mother pulled back the heavy stone lid of the sarcophagus. She said, "I'll not leave you on some high grid for the vultures to pick at. Child from my womb, a corpse in the tomb, my brittle pristine, I've come to clean the spaces between bare knuckles and gold rings. Fear not the worms, for we are vermivorous, even in long sleep. Fear not in your languid vertebrae. I've come to make scarabs of us.
It's definitely worse. It's so beyond meaningless now. It's so far beyond the meaningless drivel it already was.
Often when it rains, I think of the fisher. He is a solitary man who lives outside the village, in a tiny hut he made himself, on the shoreline of the sea. He would spend long days casting his line in the waters, his skin brown from the sun. I never saw him wear shoes, and his clothes were nearly the rags of a beggar. His hair and beard were long and unkempt, as if never cut or combed once in his life.
Yeah, I might just cut it into half-an-hour chunks and just slam it up. I can't make it usable any other way, can I? I can't sit down and edit it into highlight clips. The fucking highlight video would be half an hour long by itself. Right, that's assuming you have faith that I can actually make any sort of highlight out of this dribble. I might chop it up into like half-hour segments and upload those, and also go through over the course of the next week and edit it down just to most of the like ranty bits. Do it that way. Ah shit, that reminds me, I'm gonna have to do something about that fucking goth vision stuff on. I did that. That's totally useless for YouTube. I can't upload that. It'll get copyright striked.
The fisher never took a wife, and he had no children. No one knows from where he came. The villagers thought him eccentric.
No, I knew it was bullshit. I knew it was bullshit.
He never ate the fish he caught, but traded them with the villagers.
Look, we've come down from the mountain, we've got to go all the way down and then back up again. I
once saw him pick a grasshopper from a swaying reed, hold it gently
Absolutely
in his
knew it.
hand, as if marveling at its construction. Then he dabbed
I knew it,
with
chap.
wild
I
honey
knew it was
he had
lies.
gathered, and
I
ate
knew it was
whole.
lies, deceit, and fucking disgusting nonsense. I knew it was. Oh yeah, it's so much shorter. We got to the fucking fire mountain already. Yeah, we'll be here. We'll be there in like 5 minutes. We'll be able to do it before I got to go. No, 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 no. Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. I had a moment of faith where I was like, surely they can't be that much of a bunch of arseholes, but they are. We know they are. We know it. There's no faith to be had here. There's no rhyme or reason. There's just fucking walking. It's just walking and some daft bint talking shit. That's all there is. That's all there ever is. There'll never be anything else for this. God damn. Well, I believe this is a checkpoint, and if it's not a checkpoint, it's at least an area where I can easily recognise like what's going on. So hopefully we won't go the wrong way like we did last time. So I'll get to this bit, I'll save, and then I'm afraid I'll have to be off. Well, it's been a good 2.5 hours?
The fisher brought a line of beautiful fish to my father to trade for a basket.
Bit of middle of the day madness.
The fish were worth more than one simple basket, so my father offered him a
there's
net
blood
that
textures
he could
on
use
these.
to catch more fish.
Copy paste blood
refused,
textures.
Saying,
Look at that.
Each fish is unique.
Yep.
They must be caught individually or
Yep.
not at all.
Yep, that's pretty.
So my father offered him a variety
that's pretty
of
copy
baskets
paste.
to keep the fish separate.
Pretty
Again, he
copy
refused,
paste there.
saying, once I have gathered them, I must
Okay,
carry
let
them
me get
all
my bearings
together
here.
or not at all.
That's going back up, and that's going further down. So when we come to do this again and finish it off tomorrow, we need to go down, not up. Not that way, that way. So we'll stand here, and I'll save. Game. Say, okay, it's just save and quit. Okay, save and quit. Confirm quit. Wait, no, do I want to quit?